John Jacobson here, and welcome to Music Express Magazine. Today we're talking one-to-one with an amazing violinist, Lindsey Stirling. She has taken YouTube to a whole new level with her innovative videos that combine her violinist skills with her artistic dancing, something that interests me a lot. And to ask the questions today, we have curious students in classrooms all across America that want to know more about you, Lindsey. Here they are.
Hi, Lindsey. How old were you when you found out you had a gift for music?
Man, I don't know when I started when I was 6 years old, and I begged for lessons. So I think right away I had a love of music, and I think honestly that's the most important thing, because I wasn't I wasn't particularly gifted. I just loved it enough that I put the time and the practice in that made me able to be as good as I wanted to be.
What was music class like in your school?
At my school, the music program started in 5th grade, and I remember being so excited because I was actually in the band and the orchestra. And I remember it was really exciting. We would, I was learning the flute in band, and I was able to, and I already knew the violin, and it was really fun to be able to, with my peers, learn and practice and do something. My best friend was, right next to me, and, to be able to participate in music as a group was very different than private lessons, and it kind of reinvigorated me and got me excited about music all over again.
Is your family musical? Is that where you got your talent?
My parents, neither one of them play music or anything like that, but they both love music so much. So when I was just a little kid, they were playing classical music in our home on this old record player, and they would take me and my sisters to orchestra concerts, and that's why I just wanted to play. I just had this drive and this love for music from a very young age because my parents just surrounded me with music.
I love your dancing. How did you get the idea to combine your violin playing with your dancing?
So, I actually didn't even start dancing ever. I never took dance lessons until I started teaching myself to dance when I was like, 18. And then when it was about that time that I decided I want to make the violin fit movement. I love dance. I've always thought it was the most beautiful thing you could possibly watch, and I wanted to combine the two. But I always tell kids, I'm like, you got to learn to play the violin first. You have to learn that form perfectly, and still, it's still very difficult for me to dance and play, and I have to learn my violin music flawlessly. I have to practice it so much that I don't even have to think about it, and that is when I can then add in movement, and I can start to sway. And at first I remember it seemed impossible, but I just kept working on it until now. As long as I learn the violin part really well, I can just kind of freestyle and enjoy.
Your video in the ice castle was so beautiful. Weren't you cold?
Yes, the video for Crystallize took place in this gorgeous ice castle, and it's a man-made built ice castle that actually I discovered. A guy took me on a blind date to this ice castle. Best blind date I ever went on, because I was like, I have to come back here and film a video. And it was, honestly, most of the videos that I shot or have shot, for some reason it's always freezing on sets. Moon Trance was shot up in the mountains in Utah. Skyrim was shot in the mountains in Utah. Almost all my locations are outdoor, early in the morning or in the middle of the night, and so usually my hands are just absolutely freezing. You can usually see my nose is really red. But hey, it's worth it for the video, because at heart I'm a film nerd, and so I'll do anything to make a cool video.
What do you do when you're not making music or videos?
Honestly, when I want to have fun, I usually just like to relax a little bit. My schedule is very much go, 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 flying for shows or doing shows, writing music, recording videos, planning things. And so when I finally get a chance to have a break, I love to just go out to eat with friends or play board games. Or, honestly, that's some of my favorite stuff to do, is just get to chill for a second. Because honestly, my hobbies are all what I do. I love to play the violin, I love to make videos, I love to design costumes, and so my hobbies are kind of consumed in my work. So outside of that, I like to just chill.
Tell us how you started using music to help others.
I think one of the things that made me just become kind of addicted to performing was the fact that I could look out into the audience and I could see the smiles on the faces of the people watching. And I could feel their energy, and that's why I wanted to combine the violin with something that was energetic, because it felt very much like I was sharing me with people. This was the kind of music that was very Lindsey. And when I could feel that connection between me and an audience member and see these electric smiles, I just fell in love with it. And I love being able to connect with people through music. And, you know, that's what means the most to me as an artist, is when someone tells you that the kind of art you create makes a difference in their life. It inspired them in some way. Maybe it made them want to pick up music. Maybe it helped them through a hard time. You know, and it's amazing because through the internet you can have an effect on people all around the world just by sharing your art. And to me, that's what made it real. And wow, this isn't just fun, this isn't just entertaining, this is powerful. And the same way that people have affected my life through music or through what they're doing in art, like, wow, it's amazing that I can do that same thing for other people, and we can all do that as we share.
Who is your biggest inspiration?
Musically, I'm going to have to say I was so inspired when I was like 12. My mom brought home a DVD of a group called Bond, and it was their live concert in London, and it was 4 women that were an electronic quartet, and they like wore really cool outfits, and they played, you know, in front of this huge arena of people in London, and they were like rocking out, and they were playing to like Latin jazz music, and I was like, wow, the violin can be cool, it can be fun. And it just opened my mind up to realizing I wanted to figure out how to not, I mean, I love classical music, I always will, it's my foundation, it's what made me fall in love with the violin, but I realized that I want to make the violin fit me as well. I don't want to just mold into what the violin's always been. I need to figure out how to make the violin Lindsey, and they were a huge inspiration for me.
You've played with so many great artists and you had so many awesome videos. What has been your greatest adventure so far?
My favorite collaboration I've done, it's hard to choose because I've gotten to work with so many amazing people and they all have their own stories that go along with these projects, but the piano guys are the coolest guys in the world. They're just a couple dads out of Utah that are living their dreams and loving every second of it. And they're so funny, and we had so much fun, and they're mind-blowingly talented. If you haven't gone to a Piano Guys concert, please. It's one of the best concerts I've ever been to, and they are just a joy. You can just feel their energy and their passion.
Thanks, Lindsey.
Thanks to you guys at Music Express. Love you guys, and you're all rock stars.
Hey everyone, you've just heard Lindsey Stirling from Music Express Magazine. To learn even more about Lindsey, visit her website, www.lindseysterling.com, where you'll find more videos, her tour schedule, band photos, and more. In the meantime, this is John Jacobson saying, be nice to your teacher, and I'll see you again right here real soon at Music Express.